Hello and welcome. I've got a little bit of a skirmish today on my hands. I don't know if I can win sometimes in this. I've played, actually, now I'm looking at it, these guys don't even have any stats. But the difficulty on the battles are up there. This is my garrison. These appear to be some of my soldiers. I don't know where the other 50 guys went. But we've got some guys here with armor and longswords. We've got guys here with leather armor and hammers, and the same leather armor and hammers. So these three guys are going to start pummeling the heck out of this group. And we're going to have this guy come over on the side. So we'll have these guys hold the line. And he is going to try to flank them with his metal armor and long swords. And they have no armor and no weapons, so hopefully I just beat the hell out of them. Let's see what they do. So they're immediately starting to move formation. I'll let them make a plan here. Okay, they don't appear to want to move. Oh, okay, they do. See, sometimes if you move, you just kind of fuck your organization up, so they're gonna run their little raggedy ass formation into mine, and that group of guys is just gonna kill them all. Meanwhile, yeah, we're just gonna do that. Do a quick move, and then you know, just kind of mop these little fucking idiots up. And that's how you do it. Just close the gap behind him. Come on, man. Attack. Why are they not getting in there? Come on. Ah, there they go. They're getting in a better formation. This is what you don't want to happen to your group. Those gold soldiers are only there to stop them from retreating. And the chaos ensues. They have no clue what to do. Why don't we just send them in? We may as well. Where are you going? Get back here. Get in on that action, you know? Shit. How you guys gonna get any experience if you don't beat people up from behind? You gotta look real close to see what's going on. But that's what I love about songs. You technically get these other groups in there, but I think they're good. Actually, let's get these guys in here so they can protect this side. Oh, I did not mean to send them charging. Can't tell that the Dundarians are Dundarians now. I feel like they didn't look like as noticeable before. Oh man, look at that envelopment. There's really nothing else to do than just to kind of charge in them again. Come on. There we go. It's a little finicky. Look at them though. They're trying really hard. My guys are like, ah, get them. Yeah. How many people did I lose? None. None. That's what I hope to see. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's my throne in the Dundarian kingdom of, I don't fucking know what the name of the city is, but it's a nice one. I put a lot of effort into this test city. It is a big one. We've got 995 guys. I could definitely go higher. We have 76 people who are not free of their own volition. You catch what I mean. And we have just so much gear and things we're selling, and we're making things and making money. Sometimes I'm not making money. Sometimes I'm spending too much money and I'm running out of money. Sometimes I'm putting too much into research and stuff, digging out too much of my mountain home. But for the most part, these little cubby hole type workshops have been really working out for me. And I've been building like little towns with their own food stalls and shrines and hearts and wells and such, as well as markets, bathrooms, all in the hopes that I can condense down people. So there's hundreds of people living in this city. 995 people live in this city. 20 people aren't housed, and those are just people who are refused to find a house. And I also have my pump town, a little pump area, where I have Garthamis who are, they're just doing their thing and they're being put to work at these pumps that I've got. It's nice water pumps, and they bring nice water all the way along, which is a normally desert, like frozen wasteland, all the way into here. And they give my people access to pools all throughout the city. We've got our huge import and export depot area, because that's pretty much all I do. Is basically micromanaging economy, choosing how much of one thing I want to sell and how much I want to buy of another thing. And I've been getting pretty good at bartering with my neighbor. See, for example, this is a lot. So if I want to go and see, let's say, faction, my buddy Pyravim, whatever his name is, Jared. He's a funny looking guy. He looks like he's sad. We can go in and give him some of this good Warhammer action. So for 244, he'll give us like a decent amount. I feel like at 515, 102k, that doesn't seem fair. Because if you look right there, it's basically 50k right there at 200. So the more you add, the less you get. So I'm gonna do something like that. And then I usually just type it in how much he was willing to give me. Just 3,800. We accept that. And I don't know where I got all these extra spare Warhammers from. I think they might have been sitting in my depot here. I went to war, and there's still a little bit of funky stuff going on with the war. I won't comment on it until the update comes out. But I did want to show you guys a intermediate level city with roughly 1,000 people. This city is about 7 hours in the making, because once I got the stuff working for like furniture and Warhammers, it was just game over. Dundarians struggle with knowledge, so they're being worked mostly by humans who again are not free. But then there's an odd Dundarian in there too, so we have to change that. Matter of fact, let's I think instead of making humans not just like, I like to do that instead now, because if you tell humans not to do every job, they won't do any of the jobs you want them to do when you have extra spare ones. I know I don't have spare because I have like 70. But actually, speaking of which, got 16 coming in, and I'm gonna have a couple more of these guys. And you can see these are war captives that I got from a rebel army that I just fought. And yeah, that's about it. Ugh. I love that the power of editing when I can cut out the rampant motorcyclists who just fly through my neighborhood. It's almost like constant, and the joke is it's like freezing cold out. So I don't know why they're riding like mopeds and motorcycles and it's literally 2 degrees out, but I guess it's because there's no snow. Regardless, this is kind of how your city will start to look. It probably won't be as giant and barren as mine. It may be a little more organic or whatever you like. But the Dundarians, when you look at their access, they only like 3 things for food. They're pretty simple to please with their furniture. I am not giving them furniture because I'm trying to make some money. Their services, same as everyone else. Environment, they do not like roundness. And now, roundness is currently being worked on. This will normally be 0 if doorways weren't counting as roundness. He's changed the way that circles work, so it's not circle buildings and square buildings anymore, it's roundness. And roundness basically is determined by how much space things have, I guess, between them. So it thinks that's a round edge. And it just thinks that all of the doorways, like if you look where my cursor is, all the doorways are round. So it thinks there's little circles here. And in a way, it is correct. That's what the computer brain is reading. But that's not correct. And that's just something that Jake is looking at. So don't keep that. Don't look at that, because to be honest, it doesn't really affect him. You can see I can literally get 32 immigrants right now because there's no other people. They love their climate. They live in a mountain. I give them access to places to swim, and they have mostly roads. So that there is like everything they need. And cannibalism, they don't partake in that, so that's good. Corpses are just a part of the life they live, you know. And the rest of these things are pretty easy. Lighting is essentially just the easiest thing when you're a Dundarian. All I'm struggling to work on, because I need a lot of technology. To even get pillars, it's kind of a waste of technology. So I'm focused on trying to get everything else. I've got this one, but if you see I don't have any upgraded wells, it's because it costs 2,500. Just puts bathhouse with that upgraded well. Kind of makes sense. They're both like really nice things. But I do think there should be like a stone upgrade in between, because I don't think there's like a third upgrade. I think it's just like one upgrade for the well. Oh no, there's 2. You need bathing. Yeah, it's 2,500 just to upgrade to the base level well. I don't even know what you need to upgrade it past that. I haven't gotten there. You can see I have most of these unlocked here for the crafting. And crafting and refining are separate. So weaver, smelter, and brewery are up here. You can see that paved roads are how you unlock everything else. Put a little bit towards spoilage, maintenance, fancy hearth. Yes, I did get that. And fancy market, as well as basements, which allow you to get 4 extra people per house. After that, I got some laboratory upgrades, and I've been working on trying to get spare iron. But part of the problem with my iron issue is that it's all allocated into these smithies, and they're doing a good job making me money. But at the same time, they don't make enough iron at the smelters to keep it up. So I have to keep trying to upgrade them. But when I did turn off the smithies to try to get more iron, my money went so low that I ran out of ore. So sometimes you have to make a trade-off, and right now I'm just waiting until I have a good number of things. That's something that I think people have to understand when you play this game. So rather than give people access to more shirts like this, I have so many shirts, right? That's great. And if I look, I could probably look at the tailor. His bench is filling up with clothes too. instead of giving people more access to clothes, I'm just going to add more crates for clothes, and I'm going to store it. I might sell that clothes, I might do something with it, but it's just a way of keeping an excess stockpile. You see, the one thing I'm always struggling with no matter what is drinks. I have great rations. Weapons and armor are pretty good. Usually you want to have like thousands of these, but early on I try to do a trade-off. Currently trying to get up to like 500 right now for each weapon. But that's just me. You can do however you like. I think that playing the game fun is definitely going to be a little harder than it used to be. You can't really just run in and do what you want, although I have. My neighbors, I took this guy for no reason other than just to say I did, and kind of struggling to figure out how to get workforce and other things, but I think that I need to just look deeper into what I'm doing because I'm just not looking at it right. You can see that I have a recruitable army of literally like 20 guys. I recruit like 20 human beings. So that is not anything. That's because I'm in the very north section of the map. This guy, my homie, he is my dog. He gives me lots of money and lots of help. He's got 25 million in the bank. This guy has a lot more money and Janblo. They just kind of are jerks, little jerk faces. They're both humans, so at the same rate, I don't care which one I favor. But I do want a Dondarian friend. Like, I can't stand these humans. Look at this bug race. You can see that each new king comes with their own little like face and mood. So this is Merciful, the Great. They all have the Conqueror, the Great Humanist. So this guy, the reason why he's got that negative bit there is because there's threat in my wealth. And he's also warlike. But he's tolerant, so he kind of just flips it. This guy, he's warlike, ambitious, and tolerant. For some reason, he's just always liked me. I don't know why. And you can see that's their little like icon right there, how much he likes you, so on and so forth. If you're wondering why I have quick save on every 3 minutes, it's because sometimes you'll have a crash and your in between save is about 15 minutes, which can be a long time in this game. And so I have it on every 3 minutes in case something bad was to happen. Alpha is a deadly thing to be playing around with. Sometimes it just doesn't work the way you want it to, and you can't blame Jake because he's putting in new features, and they're all awesome. I'm really excited. I think the new weapons provide a really interesting balance. I think that I fought once against leather armor with these slash weapons, and it was a lot harder to do damage against them. So I think that potentially the Falcata, the sharp pointy sword, can poke through the leather armor pretty good, but it would do pretty much nothing to the plate armor. So you have to attack them with warhammers. Kind of like a chess maneuver, and flanks seem to just be really good at what it says flanks, attacking somebody from their back or somebody who has no armor on. It seemed to do pretty good when I was attacking those guys in that last battle. And you can see this is the makeup of my army. I have 150 guys who are training to be 100%. I still have 81 extra workforce. I have room at my training depots here, each, I believe, for 100 people. So that's 300 total who could be training to 100%. These guys are not trained to 100%. They are just equipped with leather armor and warhammers because they're the guys that would attack flanks units. And if I come across any naked guys, I'll probably send these guys. Or if I just come across anybody in general. I think in time, I'm probably going to try to actually, now that I think about it, give them swords. And, the falcatas and the shields. So that way they can actually do some damage to leather armor. I think that the plate armor is just going to be good. Yeah, it protects against all physical attacks. It's just going to be good against pretty much everything. So I don't think it really matters if you have a Warhammer, a Falcata, or a Flanks, but the shield gives you a little bit extra protection. So I think that might make a difference. And with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you for everyone who's watched the series so far and kept up with the alpha. I look forward to making a actual series with a continued from the start to finish, following along where I build and what's going on and kind of building a little story. I like to even follow around these little characters, you know, get to know them a little bit and give viewers noble roles. That is something I've always wanted to do. If there's anyone who wants to be a noble, leave your name in the chat. You could put your real name, or you could just say me, and I'll put your actual username, which would be weird, but you can do that. And I just want to say I'm getting really close to 400, so if you're not a subscriber and you're one of the people who watches this and you enjoy the video, consider subscribing because it really helps me out. And I don't usually ask people, but I'm desperately trying to get to 1,000. And I think that every other couple hundred videos I can ask people to subscribe. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.